Well, we've had a series of dark days this week. Yes, we have. But looking outside right now, looks like there's some blue skies. We need that sunshine, and things are about to change. Thanks for joining us at 9 News at Noon. I'm Sam Shocker. It's disappointing to think more rain is on the way after seeing blue skies, but it does look like we got 2 waves of storms headed out our way later today. Chris Bianchi with our 9 News Weather Impact team here to tell us more. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Sam. Yes, so we do have that risk for severe weather across the eastern plains. It's not going to be for a few more hours, though you might be able to notice some of those conditions that are coming into place. Notice here in Lyman, just that vantage point from our Vero wireless camera out here and those kind of cotton ball-esque looking clouds. This indicates quite a bit of low level moisture, and that will be one of the ingredients that we are looking for in terms of that potential for severe weather in just a few hours. So that highest risk in this yellow shaded zone on a 0 to 5 scale, the dark green, that's a level 1. The yellow, that is a level 2 in terms of that potential for severe weather for this afternoon. And it's going to be highest just the east of Denver, though gets up to about the I-25 corridor. I'm less, as Corey was just saying a few minutes ago, I'm less concerned about the I-25 corridor. I'm more concerned about the eastern plains. So Fort Morgan, Lyman on east, highest risk for severe storms. Starting to see a little activity bubble on up across our far northern mountains. That's not the main event. Those main storms will develop after about 3 o'clock with that highest risk for severe storms between about 3 and 8 p.m. So it's going to be more of an evening risk for some of those storms, including large hail and even a few isolated tornadoes. We're going to break down the timing of those storms and when Denver might have our highest risk for showers and storms. All that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Democrats from all over Colorado have voted to punish fellow Democrat Governor Jared Polis for granting clemency to Trump ally Tina Peters. She was in prison for breaking into Mesa County's voting system in an unsuccessful search for election rigging. Last night, Colorado Democratic Party's Central Committee voted to formally condemn and censure him. So that committee has hundreds of members, and 90% of them voted for the reprimand. Part of the censuring includes banning the governor from speaking at or being honored at upcoming party events. The measure says Polis's clemency decision harmed efforts to defend democracy, institutions, and election integrity.
Governor Polis gave in to America's biggest bully, and giving in to bullies never works, plain and simple. I have a 9-year-old son, and he knows that.
I come here from Mesa County, and this was
I'm really proud to be a Democrat right now if this is how we're going to react when someone in power in our party behaves the way he just did. I'm here for it.
And some Republicans on the Western Slope also condemned his decision to free Peters, saying she humiliated their community. The Trump administration has suggested Peters may now also get a taxpayer-funded payout. The former funeral director convicted of keeping more than 30 cremated remains in his Denver home and leaving a body in a car outside is a free man today. Miles Harford was released from prison this morning, less than a year into his 18-month sentence. Families had paid him for funerals and to get their loved ones' remains, only to find that later that did not have their loved ones, that they did not have their loved ones. Some of those customers got other people's ashes, including the family whose mother's body was outside his home. Others prepaid for future funeral services, only to find their money was gone. At his sentencing last year, he had promised to stay away from the funeral industry. And right now, CBI is still working to identify people whose remains were found last August in a hidden room of a mortuary down in Pueblo. The agency announced yesterday it's identified 18 remains so far, but there are still 6 more to go. All of them died between 2010 and 2012. The facility is co-owned by the now former Pueblo County Coroner Brian Cotter. He stepped down from the office, but no criminal charges are expected until the identification process is done. They say the process has been difficult because of the poor conditions of the remains, the mortuary's bad record keeping, and lack of leads. They're also investigating containers of bones, remains, and what they believe to be human tissue. They don't know how many people those may have come from. There is good news for thousands of drivers who got speeding tickets from the town of Hudson up in Weld County. It is a story Steve on Your Side has followed closely. Hudson officials are waiving all the tickets because they were issued by a controversial speed camera that was put up without issuing a warning first. More than 31,000 tickets came from that camera, totaling more than $1.2 million.